Dwayne Thames joining you once again here on KFRM. An update with Cenex. We have a chance to catch up today with Jason Schwantz, CHS Senior Vice President of Refined Fuels. Jason, obviously, with the global pandemic, a lot of concern and uncertainty in the world today, but we think about agriculture being one of those essential businesses that needs to continue and must go on. Talk a little about Cenex and the fuel supply and demand situation as growers are ramping up right now, looking towards spring planting.
No, this typically is a time of year when everybody is getting fired up in our type of business. We love that spring planting season and everybody's getting fired up for it. But this is put kind of a different spin on things. But from a fuel side, if we look at it, we're actually sitting in really, really good position. If you look at it, there's good supplies out there of diesel fuel. I know if you look at it, our cooperatives are fired up and ready to get in there. We have put in some contingency plans. Safety is a core value at CHS, and we want to make sure that not only do our customers and our cooperatives, but all of our employees stay safe. So we've taken measures to make sure that we keep people safe. But from a fuel perspective, there is plenty of diesel fuel out there at this moment. One thing we're a little bit concerned about, the gasoline demand has dropped so much. We want to make sure, that we move enough gasoline to make sure that the pipelines stay free so we can get that diesel fuel where it needs to be so the farmer can use it.
Well, you referenced a point that I was going to ask. Obviously, anybody that watches crude oil or fuel futures on the Board of Trade have seen a dramatic pullback between a little issue with Saudi Arabia and the Russians, coupled with the fact that these stay-at-home orders, we just don't see people moving around like normal for this time of the year as we head toward the summer driving season. That creates some complexities, I assume, as well, as far as getting the right things at the right place at the right time.
That does create some complexities, and it's kind of a balancing act to make sure that we keep that gasoline in the pipelines moving so we can get that diesel fuel to where the farmer can use it. And at CHS and Cenex, we're doing everything in our power, making sure that we schedule those shipments and make sure we keep things moving. Our refinery in McPherson, we're making sure that we have enough space and storage. We do have some underground storage where we can put some of that additional gasoline and keep our refinery running and keep that fuel pumping out of there.
Some folks don't understand, Jason, some of those complexities that when we talk about crude oil and then you start taking the fractions off of that, it's not like you just decide, well, we're making diesel fuel today and we're making gasoline tomorrow. It doesn't really work like that.
No, you're right. We would love it if it would just make diesel fuel, being that we're such an ag-based company, but that is not how it works. Essentially, if you put 2 barrels of crude oil in, you get about 60% gasoline and 40% diesel fuel. Sometimes you can tweak it a little bit, but when you're getting 60% gasoline out of there, you got to make sure that you move that product out so that diesel fuel can keep flowing. That 40% is what we're looking for here for the springtime for our farmers.
Now, you referenced some precautionary things company-wide that you're doing for everyone's safety. That might imply that we have to do things a little bit different in terms of our contact in the countryside, but the company's put those things in place to protect everyone, and business still certainly can be done. If you need fuel, you can get that delivery.
Yeah, you can. We sell a lot of our fuel to the cooperatives, but I know a lot of the cooperatives have put in place, I think there's a lot more waving going on out there and less stopping probably at the house and delivering a ticket. I think you're going to see the delivery trucks deliver the fuel, and either your bill's going to come in the mail or the ticket is going to be left at the fuel tank nowadays to practice that social distancing.
Our thanks to Jason Schwantz, CHS Senior Vice President of Refined Fuels, joining us here on the KFRM with an update from Cenex. I'm Dwayne Thames. Have a great day.